Let's pretend you are a functional medicine clinic owner. Right?
I'm a clinic owner.
You're a clinic owner.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There's
And I ask
hundreds of
you,
them.
great, what happens if a new referral or somebody who wants your services calls you at 8 o'clock at night?
Oh, it goes to my answering machine and they look for somebody else.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Utah Business Spotlight, man. I am here with Peter Rakozy today. And if you guys understand anything about the Business Spotlight, you understand that I am a student of really cool businesses. When something comes across the table and my producers start pulling out things that look different, that look cool, I want to know more. What Peter is doing is absolutely cool. It's called Exit Loop, and they are crushing it. You guys need to know what they do. You need to like, subscribe, most importantly, share and comment and tell people, because we love supporting Utah businesses. Peter, welcome to the podcast.
It's great to be here.
Thanks, man. And Exit Loop, well, first and foremost, it's exitloop.ai.
Yeah, that's correct.
So exitloop.ai, you guys just start clicking on it. What a cool name.
Yeah.
Share with me. First, I want to share some inspiration as to what you do, how you do it, why you do it. Give us the 1 minute elevator pitch.
Yeah. Okay. So let's pretend you are a functional medicine clinic owner. Right?
I'm a clinic owner.
You're a clinic owner.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There's
And I
hundreds
ask you,
of them.
and I ask you, great, what happens if a new referral or somebody who wants your services calls you at 8 o'clock at night?
Oh, it goes to my answering machine and they look for somebody else.
Exactly. Right?
Right?
Yeah. And then who follows up on that?
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's one of the main pillars out of 5 that we focus on. That is a revenue leak in a business. And so we have found that when you plug those revenue leaks, the phone is the primary one. You can get back probably $200,000 in revenue easy from that.
And that's super cool. Our marketing agency hyper focuses now on voice generated incoming and outgoing calls for that specific reason. Because you know, if you're watching, you know that if you don't return a phone call in less than 5 minutes, you have a 40% chance of losing that customer. In an hour, you have about a 70% chance, and anything after an hour, basically you lost them. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's brutal. But today with AI, you can change that. So that's one revenue leak. So as it sounds to me, Peter, Exit Loop helps companies keep more money inside their company than outside their company.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about eliminating your revenue leak exposure, right? Where in your business, if your business is a bucket and it holds water and water's the revenue, where is that water coming out? And most businesses don't know. And so we take them through a 15-minute assessment and help them really quantify exactly the amount of money they are losing in their business. We actually had one functional medicine clinic take our assessment, and they found out, they're a $3 million company, that they were losing $3 million a year in revenue.
So just by stopping the loss, they have 100% growth. Are you hearing that? Your growth isn't in acquisition of new clients. Your growth is in the maintenance of your system so that you stop leaking revenue. That's what these guys do. You need to learn more about it. So talk to me. What are the 3 basic, what do you identify as the 3 most prolific? One is the phone. Give us the 2 others.
Phone and chat, right? Most people don't have a chat on their business. We call that just an AI receptionist. I lump those into one. 2 is their existing database. Most people, most clinics, most businesses have an existing database of past customers and dead leads they do nothing with. It's just gold sitting there that if they just reached out to those individuals, they could get 3 to 10% of them to actually raise their hand and say, oh yeah, I'll buy again, right? Or even the leads they paid so much money for and didn't follow up on, right?
Didn't follow. So the first place you stop revenue leakage, which I love as we own a marketing company, right? So the first thing you do is maintain and extend the conversation, whether it's with AI, live, it doesn't matter. Chat. You got to make sure you're on the phone, getting back to that person immediately, right? So there's multiple ways to do that. The second way, what you're saying is you've got all these leads, but you're letting them leave without asking them if they want to buy again. And that could be hundreds of millions of dollars across some certain indices.
Yep.
Right. So
Yeah,
certainly,
exactly.
yeah, that's interesting. And what's the third one that you guys are identifying a lot
Yeah, the
of?
third one that is also one of the easiest is just getting more reviews and automating the collection of reviews. Like Harvard did a review or a study on what is the value of a star, and just jumping from like a 3.5 to a 4.5 adds anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 to a business, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's so simple.
So simple.
So simple to do. You can automate that, and then you can use AI to respond to those reviews, which increases your rankings
Yep.
in the map packs.
Yeah. And we talk about reviews simply because we also run SEO. So your Google reviews are incredible, but it's also incredible too now because Facebook's internalizes your Facebook reviews.
Yeah.
People love Facebook reviews because they're on Facebook 2 to 4 hours a day, right? And then it's internalized its own SEO search engines. So are you helping people get those as well?
Yeah. Usually in the first 30 days, those are the three things we tackle and get set up, fixed, and everything. And then that usually funds our engagements with those clients ongoing.
I love it. That's so smart, man. And I love that great Mark. So you consider yourself, so Exit Loop considers itself a what type of company?
We're an operational and risk reduction company. We don't do any marketing, anything like that. In fact, we like simply explain it. When the lead comes in, that's when we take over.
Got it. So you're protecting the internal systems of a company and you're making sure that they're polished.
Yep.
And you're doing that mostly in the functional medicine space.
Yep.
Where they're completely dysfunctional after. Right?
Yeah.
They're really great. It seems like they're really great at taking care of your physiology, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like and giving stitches and setting casts and giving x-rays.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not understanding. And I think it's because they might be rewarded for some bad behavior, right? So when someone's looking to, when I have, clearly my family is quite blessed. We have a really good healthcare plan. And if my daughter, like I remember my daughter had to get something done and it's like, okay, cool. You're looking for a clinic that's open, she needs some stitches and you got to take her, right?
Yeah.
So you're seeing who's on your insurance versus the relationship. What you're saying is like, okay, cool. Clearly you're on their insurance, right? So which makes this an even easier process for me to understand as the owner of the functional medicine clinic. They're on your insurance, but you're not creating or extending the relationship. We're just going to send them reminders so that this way you come up first. So when they're Googling you in their moment of need, you're the first person they see. When they're leaving, you're the first person they hear from. So I really like that philosophy, Peter. What made you come up with this idea?
Oh, great question. My co-founder actually is the one who came to me and said, hey, you've been doing this inside of the company. I was just an employee at a company prior to this, right? Working on operations and systems. And he said, I see what you're doing with AI automations and all this stuff. I've seen how you've turned our company around in the short amount of time. Why don't we take your skill set and apply it to other businesses? And so that's what we did. About a year ago, we launched and the rest is history, right?
I love it. I love it. ExitLoop.ai is the next thing in functional medicine. If you know anybody who owns a clinic, make sure they're using these guys because they're rock stars and in building systems that will help keep all of your money and make it easier to grow, scale, and expand. I absolutely love that, Peter. Who's your favorite client? Like your favorite type of client? Like the ones that you're like, oh man, these guys are going to be great. We're going to kill it in a minute. We shouldn't have charged.
Oh yeah, great question.
Here's the thing. Your favorite client is always the one that you really did a great job. And you say, because you did a great job, you're like, oh man, we should have charged them more because we just crushed. That client, who's that client?
Yeah, that's
Tell
a great
us
question.
Story.
So usually if you're a functional medicine clinic, it's somebody who's got 2 to 3 providers inside of their clinic. They've been around at least 3 to 5 years and they're making north of $1 million. If you're making 2 to 3 you've got 2-3 providers, you're probably doing close to 2 to 3 million. On average, a provider brings in anywhere between 500 and 800,000 if you're doing it right.
So here's what I love about Peter is he knows his numbers. First, most important thing, if anybody you're doing business with, they need to know the numbers. If they don't know the numbers that are important to you, they shouldn't be doing business with you.
Yeah.
I love that, Peter. Keep going.
So that's like the first filter. And then after that, it's, do they actually have a front desk staff or a sales rep? Usually they don't. And those are the people we like to work with, because we then, after we get that first 5 pillars taken care of, we'll go in and help them figure out the other operational things. And we do a monthly sprint to break every single bottleneck they have in their business. And usually sales is the first one. Most clinics don't have a salesperson to handle that patient relationship between the clinic and the lead.
I love it, man. You guys are absolutely killing it. How will somebody know they need you?
Oh, everybody needs us. No, the way they'll know is, honestly, they'll take our assessment. Most of them, what they'll see, this is what we've seen.
Is the assessment on exitloop.ai?
It is, yeah. You can also go to it by going to pillars.exitloop.ai. That's where it lives, and we link out to it from our website. But if their profit margins, if they are tracking this, if their profit margins are shrinking year over year over year, like this one clinic we worked with, they were 25% 3 years ago, and then this last year they were 3% when we started to work with them. Like that is a
red flag.
Red flag. Come talk to us.
Because next year you owe 3%.
Exactly,
yeah,
right?
Man, that's terrible.
So you're bleeding, you don't even know it, right?
Yeah. Well, what you're doing is amazing for the community. I want to thank you from the heart, man. One piece of advice for people who want to become entrepreneurs. If I want to be an entrepreneur, what should I be thinking about? Because you're clearly rocking it out. So tell us.
Be dumber.
Be dumber.
Right? Like, I have found the most successful entrepreneurs are not necessarily the smartest people in the world. They're usually just the ones that are average intelligence, but execute, right?
The best entrepreneurs love systems.
Yeah.
They're naturally lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
But they'll work their butts off so they could be lazy later.
Exactly. Love that. Yeah. So that'd be my advice. Don't stop overthinking and go to work, right? The whole what is it? Motion breeds clarity, like that. That is so true. The more you move and execute and try things, the faster you learn, the more successful you'll be.
I love it, man. Well, you're killing it. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on the spotlight. I hope we can have you on again. And everybody, it's called exitloop.ai. Peter is the founder. He's got a co-founder, but we're not talking to him today. We're talking to Peter. You guys like, subscribe, share, start a conversation. But understand, every company, every one of us suffers from these same things. Get your marketing straight. We love you.